First, let's rotate this way here. When your partner is grabbing your ankle, think about this analogy. Okay, so release. If I just had a pole going down here against Reese's thigh and he's holding onto it, if I wanted to get that out of his hand, I could pry it against his thigh and it would pull his hand away. That's what I'm doing with my shin without putting my weight over him to get him to off balance me. So I stay very centered and then I'm leaning my shin against him to pull my foot out. Okay? So some of you guys are dropping your weight over top and giving them an elevation. I almost want to push against him with this and not let him pull me forward. Like this is a structure to stop this forward elevation. And then I turn my knee in and look how my weight just goes down. It doesn't do this. See, it kind of looks the same, but it's like not creating that pull effect, right? And if he has a good elevator, he's gonna rock me, and then I've just kind of like, my balance has been broken and I'm exploitable now, you know? Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is this passing relies a lot on making his hips face one direction and stopping him from using this leg to re-pummel and push on the floor to center himself. So some of you guys are using different grips over here, and like all these grips that you push on the leg will work in some degree, but the one that I find most effective, rather than pushing at the knee, okay, because the problem I have with this one is it allows them to use this foot, like they can circle it over the top like this. You're kind of fighting like his hamstring and quad, like the strongest part of this leg. I prefer to go right below the knee, drape my palm under like his shin bone, almost like I'm rolling it into the ground, and then I put all my weight on that. And so now not only does this like stop his leg from pummeling, but it targets a weaker part of his leg, so it makes it hard for him to use the strong part of his leg. Like try to turn in with this. See, I'm just leaning my weight on this. And you can't control it forever, but it buys you a lot of time to do the leg work and pass around to the outside. So this small detail will help you a lot, okay? So once I end up in my outside pass position, a lot of things can happen from here, okay? Once I go to clear and I end up here, as I walk around, sometimes I lose control of this leg and they start to face me and they'll start to like kind of, I'll still be on the outside, but they'll start to center me, so their frames start to face me. And if I don't do anything, they'll recover. So a good position to kind of chill out in. If you feel them starting to face you, you're gonna go to like step right here. You're gonna go to a modified toreando position. Okay, so my hand on the knee is gonna release, and I'm gonna put like my frame against his hip, but it's like my humerus, like my bone is gonna support me. Okay, so if we turn this way, I'm going right here, and this is supporting my weight. So I'm not loading myself here, you know, where I'm using my tricep. I'm not doing like this. I'm like this here. And then my head goes right on his belly button or forearm area. So it looks like this here. And now I'm just kind of leaning or like laying across this leg and not allowing him to pull it back out and like entangle me. Okay, so that whole thing will look like this. As I start to walk around, I feel him centering, and I end up here. Okay? Now, my head position makes it very difficult for him to get anything to push on me with, okay? Because my chest is kind of angled down like this. If I was sitting up, trying to pass with a knee cut or anything like that, he can push on me and put his knees in front of me again, and he has the tools to create space. But this modified toreando position, I'm angled down, right? So all he can really do is bear my weight and try to like hip escape away from me, but I have a lot of mobility so I can follow him, okay? Now to finish, I'm just cupping on his knee and I'm walking him back into like a leg drag. This is just one of a bunch of finishes you can do. So it looks like this. I walk his leg underneath my armpit, underneath my hips, and then I can start to control his upper body, come back to side control and either take his back, boom, or if I go over the head, I can pin him like that. Let's go this way. So right here, like the thing about this type of passing is you want to be very sensitive to like you're losing the control that's making the pass work and get the next pass ready. So this hand pinning, if he starts to lift it from the floor, I'm like, okay, that's not useful anymore. Let me get ready for the next position. And I frame, I get my head in position before he has a chance to push on my chest. And then I get my hand ready. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3.